cutting in between towers kind of nonsense.
Oh my god, I just remember the dual race Monkey King game though. I don't think we're gonna see Ember be as unhappy as that. I think he has decent odds here.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? We were kind of saying Ember's off the table. You know, it looks not great against the Static Storm. This lane swap now obviously makes it look a little bit more challenging as well. But it is Squadix. This is his most played, best hero. He has looked, impeccable through multiple years of high-level play. If there's a guy who's going to be matching up against the Shadow Fiend, it's going to be him.
I mean, Squadix is literally the master of the 4 elements. He plays all the spirits on mid lane. He has played Earth Spirit when Earth Spirit was mid-meta, and he has way more games on all the other spirits. And Ember is, like you said, his absolute finest, I would say. So we'll see if anyone knows how to play this matchup. It's going to be him.
Yeah. Already. We got the smokes, though. As Kalmychata tried to come down into that bottom jungle. Good positioning, though, from Triple S and Sweden Strong. The 5 S's. Out here from one win, the smokes break. And they'll know someone's lurking in the shadows. Have some milk and go to sleep.
Nice voice lines coming out.
They're still moving forward here. Let's see the hoodwink. Not really a great way to catch her, though.
SF, though, could be in trouble.
Steps pretty far forward. Rebuke down into the staircase. Reflection is there. And move forward from Munkushi. But the turn onto the Mars and a kill on Triple S. Gets the Dazzle, the first blood.
That healing wave is really, really strong for level 1 fights. Gives you armor as well. Takes away. It's very, very useful for swing the favor of the fight. And they get to bottom block. So this offlane is going to start out nicely for them. Getting under tower.
They control the camps. Did they block up any of these camps? Did Sentry one of them? No.
No.
Sentries for just looking for Ob's ward then, huh?
Yeah, looking for a ward when the first blood fight posturing was happening. They were just trying to make sure. There was no ward and it wasn't found, but...
Okay. Because I don't know, Rick. In the past, we've had people go and sentry a bunch of the camps around a Chen lane, right? Single or double sentry a couple of the medium camps.
Yeah, it can be hard to really take away all his options, but maybe they will wish they did that later. We'll see. They did at least block up the small camp.
Was that a satyr in the mid lane zapping mana out of the Shadow Fiend?
You know it.
Is that what Chen's doing today? Well, that's a way to win the matchup, or at least level the playing field a bit.
It's very annoying to play against the satyr build. But that's what Chen can do, and meanwhile he's also winning the harass trade down bottom. He's actually trading quite well into the Dazzle, who doesn't have a point in Poison Touch yet. So he's harassing bottom lane and also helping out when he can with the mana burn. He might send it back to mid, we'll see. For now, staying bottom.
Kept them both pretty low there, so Munkushi can keep farming very freely. Right in front of his tier 1 tower. They've frozen the wave there as well, so good defensive position. And, Kasane has had an interesting journey, right? Was always that Zoo player from the offlane. Lycan, I feel like it was him, right, on TSM.
Yeah,
Lycan and
he was
stuff like that. Now he's a pos 5 Chen player. Look at him. Wow, top lane. That's a great bushwhack into spear. Got a little bit excited there. I thought maybe we'd see a kill, but
good value too from Sweden Strong, getting in the acorn shot, bouncing on 2 heroes back and forth, getting all 3 hits. Good value. And he's gonna go back to harassing as he pops a mango. He has the mana pool to keep fighting.
So far, top 3 last hitters. I guess Shadow Fiend has just hit the Ember Spirit now. Lands a nice big raise there and is starting to zone the Ember out. But an awkward spot for Shadow Fiend behind that tower if he stays around for too long.
Yeah, he's asserting his dominance as you need to if you play SF mid, but so far the Ember very happy after a little bit of help, the assistance he got with the mana burn. I think just 1 mana burn can actually offset the balance a lot.
And Sweden Strong killing off Disruptor. Not an easy lane for Disruptor to be in here against Mars Hoodwink.
Oh, for sure. This is just like the other lane that we were talking about. We talked earlier in the previous series about Snapfire plus Mars combination. Hoodwink is just as deadly, if not even more deadly. the nukes at level 2. Level 2 power spike is crazy.
Your ability of trading hits against that disruptor feels really good. At level 1 thunder strike's not incredible ability.
I couldn't help myself.
Down at bottom, yeah, again, just Chen, full health, full mana. Dazzle running away, scared and hiding. Slardar not really able to step up and hit creeps due to Metamorphosis being used. Good control of the lane there from one went down bottom.
Yeah, and Dazzle's gonna have to run base. He also didn't get the Ancient plus Big Camp stack, only stacked the Big Camp. I guess maybe he was a little bit late and couldn't do the double stack. He's gonna TP back to lane. This mana burn has done a number to him.
Shadow Fiend finally getting out ahead of the Ember Spirit with some kind of lead. 19-4. Like, having 6 denies as Ember Spirit is already an incredible feat in this kind of lane. That feels like
for sure.
Squadix. Like, has he got past the worst of it? He's nearly level 6.
so.
Level 6 isn't that far away.
Yeah, I would say it got past the worst. The big kill threat as well for SF is pre-level 6. Moment he has level 6 on the Ember, he basically can't die to the SF anymore unless there's a gank coming in. And he's gonna play mostly to rune control and gank those side lanes. All he needs on Ember is get his brown boots. Right now, sitting a little bit far away from it, 200 more gold to get the boots. So he is the core that's struggling the most, but we kind of assumed that before the game would start.
The Observer Ward mid sees the Hoodwink rotating in. That's going to get de-warded. While down bottom, they shifted Disruptor into this tri-lane formation to try and shove back against the Chen TB, who have been amassing a lot of wealth down here.
I feel.
The trouble is, like, Mars has also had a good time already, and that good time is only going to continue in a 1v1 against Void Spirit.
Yeah, and Void Spirit is pretty strong, but Mars is literally insanely strong right now. He's got 58 strength. Double bracer, double gauntlet, and a magic wand. This guy has lasted damage to spare, and it's gonna be very hard for the Void Spirit in that lane.
Well, it's so painful when you send your heroes mid, sentry, see the Observer Ward, 2 ranged hero projectiles fly, and it disappears before the second hit lands. It times out and don't get the kill.
Ah, that's rough.
So sad.
They do get the shield rune over for SF. So, nice thing for him, and the Dazzle stacks are going to be cleared up. Dazzle getting a bit of experience from it. SF really only needs the gold. He wants to get his item progression. Kasane, nice job finding the wards.
Yeah. There is another one, though. The double Observer wards. I guess they had, like, triple wards through that bottom jungle in towards mid.
It's the strat. You place multiple wards, so when they de-ward, they think they're safe. You know, sometimes you gotta be smart, put 2 wards that are almost the same, but don't get cleared by the same sentry.
Full sense of security.
Be wary.
TB being run at. Slardar, Dazzle, Disruptor, everyone down here to try and deal with Munkushi, but he pops Metamorphosis, has Kasane near him, trying to heal him up, but the Terrorblade's dead. Killed off by that burst out of Shadow Wave. Now though, the returning fire comes in. Squadix will clear up the Slardar. At the very least, get a 1-for-1.
That's good for Squadix getting something, but the takedown on Terrorblade I think is so important. Getting kills on TB before he disappears into the jungle is a pretty limited time window. Because later on you have to bring enough resources to kill him while he's far away from towers. It can be really hard to orchestrate those moves. Oh, look at this little gang squad. The Ghost and the double trolls, he's double ensnaring the Disruptor.
And then slow attack, slow attack. Slardar needed there.
Ember's here.
Try and rebuff the aggression. Trying to get onto this Chen, but the damage is lacking. Kasane just stays topped up with his wand, his heals, even held a fairy fire if he really needed it. And it looks like OneWin been able to bolster their efforts down here through Squadix and Kasane to defend Munkushi just before he dips out of that bottom lane and heads jungle.
I was a little bit surprised he didn't Remnant and stay on the Dazzle there after the Grave. He's gonna find Disruptor instead though.
Kalmychata. Oh, it's pretty dead. Shadow Fiend's coming here. Oh, love tap with a raise. Sees Kasane. An easier target to go for. Another raise, a few attacks uphill, but again, you've got to be worried about this turnaround play. The returning fire again comes in. This time it's the Mars arriving nick of time. Give away the Chen, but get a Dazzle and a Shadow Fiend in return.
All they got was little Chen, and this is not just kills, this is more resources for Squad X to work with. He has a bunch of earn charges now that he can keep using to get more and more kills, start snowballing out of control, and if there's one thing this player knows how to do, it is to take over a game as a Spirit, so we will see him go towards early Spirit Vessel. That's going to be really nice against the Dazzle with his heal. You can try and lower his amount of healing coming in, but also just for a raw damage in the stats.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, it's Google translating what the disruptor's name means. Apparently it means dream. Kalmychata.
I see. Educational.
So we've got another dream player from...
Yeah. I guess that's the way we're...
Dream now goes by cut, doesn't he?
Exactly. You could just have multiple different languages for the same username. There you go, you solve it. That reminds me of like...
Well, I feel like once you give up a name, it's free game for anyone else to say.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You can't be like, you know, in the 90s, people sitting on website domains and then
just hogging it like a patent.
Yeah, like I've got wish.com. Anyone want to buy it?
You know, I have a funny side story, but after SF gets gone on here because they first changed on him, it's got
cancel on the Requiem.
They're looking for more, maybe with Mars Arena coming off cooldown soon, but Void Spirit is slippery to catch. They are gonna try for him, but he'll jump to safety. Yeah, you know, when I went to register a business as Wagamama in gaming, someone had already taken that, and it's not the Wagamama restaurant chain. It's just someone in France took specifically Waga in gaming.
Wow. Do they have this Void Spirit? He's got Dissimulate and another step coming off cooldown, so looks like he's all right. Well, they were thinking about TPing up here, but with Terrorblade arriving, this is just a straight-up tower push through Catapult Wave.
Meanwhile, they're kind of mirroring the movement on mid lane. Gonna find themselves a Chen as well, even though he tried to slip away. The glimpse is too much to get away from. He did use the Wild Wing pretty cutely there to try and push himself to safety, but yeah, good luck against the glimpse, and Dazzle was there as well. But this is...
So some French person just took Waga Gaming.
Yeah, it literally just took Waga or Wagamama or Waga, like a bunch of things. So officially, I had to not use Wagamama for my company. My company name is just my real name. Oh, they get Hoodwink.
Hoodwink down the bottom jungle is going to net them a kill. Sweden Strong down. As Kasane arrives though with the Ember Spirit. Looks like Hoodwink took too long to take down. Ethereal Shadow Fiend graved up for now, but look at Squad X just edging around the fog, trying to get a jump. Requiem Fear will push him back. Starting now in a little bit of trouble. Triple S is Static Storm, Silence out, but Shadow Fiend's gone down. And TB with Mars on the right-hand side, going to pummel into this Disruptor to get a bonus kill.
Oh, the spear
so far. Slardar has the spear stopped his TP, was it?
Yeah, they got him. I think they're going to be able to run him down. They have one Ember Remnant as well. He can get close enough. He can throw it at him and use its Searing Chain.
Well, Dazzle's got no TP down here either, eh?
Oh,
Dazzle's
no, just hide.
as well. He's going to try and throw a few spells to maybe defend the Slardar, turn and burn, try and kill this Mars, but it's not going to be. The Sunder's there from Monkushi. Save Triple S, get a double kill on your Terrorblade. A massive victory in that bottom jungle for one win.
Yeah, really nice fight for them. And I think the Ember did a great job in that fight as well, just sitting back, kind of playing as a ranged hero. He just throws the Fire Remnant on the SF, Searing Chains him, Spirit Vessels him, Sleight of Fist him a little bit, but don't really run in and commit.
Ancient Emberition, just shooting super long range spells.
Actually, yeah, doing his best AA roleplay. But that works out beautifully for them, and obviously they have resources to keep fighting non-stop with the heals from the Chen ulti, the Vessel. This lineup is looking pretty fearsome, and now Mars, only 200 gold away from the Blink. I think once he gets that, it's going to be very difficult to stay safe on heroes like Shadow Fiend.
Oh, super difficult. Especially when, you know, we talked about the laning prowess of Hoodwink and Mars. But we get into this mid-game where, you know, I guess it's been Falcons that have really honed and proven this kind of I don't want to say strategy, but this kind of like little nifty move or play where Hoodwink is the one out in the trees scouting, right, and gives vision for the Mars to make these big jumps and choose his target. perfectly as we get a Grave on Disruptor to buy a bit of time for Dream to maybe slip away, but it is not to be. Squadex on a mega kill streak and hunting for even more. Remnant into chains. Now with the Bushwhack, they've got plenty of lockdown to take down Rare Gods. Squadex out of a lane matchup against the Shadow Fiend as an Ember Spirit is now 6-0-5.
It's insane. I mean, I'm glad he's doing this because I did hype him up before the game started. Oh, the sentry!
Oh, hello there! What are you doing? Oh, you're invis, but I've got a sentry ward.
Okay, they did overlap their disable, so he can just walk away now. If they did layer it properly, then he would probably been in trouble.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
I thought he was a bit dead.
That was just unfortunate as well. They were just blocking up a camp with the sentry. They didn't necessarily know that he was exactly there, that he was in this. But
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
True.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
so all this time, the Void Spirit has pretty quietly been farming. He's 0-0-0. He's going for a Radiance build. There are a lot of different builds we've seen from Carry Void Spirits, the Battle Fury, you know, more stat-heavy builds. This is going to be the Radiance. Missed chance coming in.
Middle tower is under attack.
Can be nice, but can also backfire on you as the Reflection can steal it.
Yeah, it's like one of those double-edged swords against Terrorblade for sure. Great against illusions, bad against reflection.
I mean, he might go Manta Style next item, and then he has a Dispel, because he kind of needs a Dispel against the Searing Chains anyway. So it'll be dual purpose to have a Manta here.
This is, what, minute 15? Map is getting pretty small.
the
You're
double
being
catch.
hunted and chain stunned with a two-man Bushwhack into Ember Spirit chasing you. Mars will come in from the northern side to pin the dazzle against the trees and another couple of support kills.
I mean,
Just makes this map even scarier.
Swedish Strong broke. He ran in there, they were smoked looking for a pickoff, and then he breaks on one hero but catches two. He didn't even see the second. Gets both the supports cleaned up, and that's gonna spell mid tower. I mean, Chen is so happy seeing heroes die right next to their tower. This is the dream as a Chen player. You want to take buildings. I think it's like a checkbox, you know? When you play Chen, if you... For every tower you take in the first 20 minutes, you can check one more of your little boxes and count how many did you get. And if you take all the towers in the first 20 minutes, then you've asserted the dominance that Chen wants to do. That's basically the entire game plan.
Dire are scanning.
He's sent all his invoices, he's paid his taxes, he's taken care of the bills. Now it's time to play video game.
Ooh, not for SF. Taking a lot of damage quickly.
Brave him last second. And they do get a jump onto Squadex. Whoa, trying to get there with a Static Storm helping
got a
out.
Yules.
This Ember Spirit is strong though, tanking through it. He's going to sit back inside the Static Storm though. Still, Squadex survives. I thought he was dead. I blink, he's gone, he missed it. Slaughter now in trouble inside the arena, chained up and just annihilated. I don't know how one winner getting away with this. It's
And Dazzle.
absolutely insane scenes.
I mean, it takes so much to kill him. He has the Sister Shroud as well, blocking some of the damage. And now SSS is on the hunt.
Dire's bottom tower
Looking for
is
Woe.
under
He
attack.
toggles off the Radiance to hide himself, but Ember's here.
Off, Radiance on. Dissimulate to the left. Astral Step in 2 seconds. One charge is ready, but the Bushwhack is there.
I mean, that's just unfortunate. It just had to be a haste turn, right? That's what you tell yourself as a Void Spirit there. Like, I would have lived. Ember has no right being over there, but he found the haste turn, got over there, and takes down the carry. The one hope they had, really.
Telling you, man. One win, want to finish this game. Sharpish.
They're out here speed running this game. I mean, when you have TB and Chen, that's definitely something you can bring. Chen got the drums already. Solar coming up next. He's gonna buff that TB.
A gift from the tempest of
So,
battle.
I wonder if there's still a chance that they can play in that other qualifier.
Maybe that's what they're thinking as well. They're like, guys, if
No.
we're really fast. I think
No.
they're already out. They
Yeah, the
had to.
They forfeited, yeah. I just checked the bracket, it looks like. So, yeah, it's a qualifier for Blast, right? Yeah, they've been 1 win, Deathwind, Pipsqueak +4 has taken them out of that one. So, yeah, they made the conscious choice of playing in this Eastern European qualifier for DreamLeague. As we do have an attempted go on Chen. Static Storm.
He's still
the kitchen
alive.
sink. They get the kill, but man, the cost is going to be dear. A pricey one here as both Slaughter and the Void Spirit picked off within the arena. Yeah, you got Chen, but for what?
Yeah, and you see how hard he is to kill. If he buffs up himself, you know, it's a lot of armor to go through. And you have this minus armor strat, but Chen is pretty good against them. Since he has all these ways now of saving people. He can give them extra armor, 20 armor from the Divine Favor. Sister Shroud to dodge some hits. Solar Crest to buff even more. It's not easy.
I'm kind of disappointed he doesn't have Helm.
Yeah. Man, I remember... I think... What was it? Was it Stormer I was talking to? Someone told me, nah, the Chen armor, it's down to like 16 now. It's not 20 anymore. It is 20!
That's 20.
I was lied to, man. Someone, I don't know if it was Storm, but someone told me, you know, Chen isn't that crazy anymore. It's still crazy, man. 20 bonus armor from Divine Favor.
Well, it's like level 1 it used to be 10 or something, right? It used to be really like giga insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be stronger level 1, but level 4 it's already, I mean, it is a monstrous amount of physical survivability coming in, especially if you pair it with the barrier of the Solar Crest.
What's Slaughter ult? Armor reduction 10.
Yeah,
10 normal ability. Armor bonus 20.
It's crazy. It takes away your game plan. Oh, they're holding him, but Yules.
Requiem off the mark because of the Yules, but maybe they've got enough control and damage. The Sunder, it's there to save the Ember Spirit. Now Triple S is in with the Arena Spear on the Shadow Fiend. The Slaughter went back in to deal with Squadix, but the Ember Spirit has free reign now. And Terrorblade, even after Sunder, pretty happy to just open up on the tower.
Oh no, he's burning.
Ethereal.
He's burning.
Oh, 20 HP on the Spirit Vessel, and that Shadow Fiend nearly dies.
And that is pretty scary, taking a fight like that in your base and barely getting back to Fountain. And meanwhile, Radiant weren't that close to dying. Sure, the Ember got pretty close, but the saves are there. Even the Sunder. We talk about Chen being the saver, but we've seen Munkushi multiple times now show his willingness to just help his teammates when needed. He saw a lot of abilities expended and said, okay, I can Sunder it defensively, and, you know, they don't have enough to burst me.
I do like this move, though, from Dire. Minute 20, Tormentor is up. They're kind of thinking, hey, they could be up here taking it. We can go take it ourselves. Or at the very least, we're on high ground ready to strike. I hope they're trying to go for it. Oh, this is a risk. They get the kill on Tormentor. Disruptor's the sacrifice. The hunt and chase is on, and the Shadow Fiend's been spotted. They've been rustled in the trees. Can't blink, can't escape. Not even worth trying to TP as he's stunned into oblivion.
Unfortunately, he did not have a quick way to get out of there. Everyone else scattered and dispersed as fast as they could. They get the shard, but it's a shard for Disruptor. While it is neat and all, it's not necessarily the game-turning type of shard where it's like, oh, we have our support shard, we can finally do something. This is more, yeah, okay, it's a nice little bit of extra. They need Void Spirit to step up and do something, but I don't know how he can before Manta.
It's so hard. I honestly really thought they were going there to set up, like, sit on staircase and wait to see what comes. Going and killing the Tormentor there. Risky. Have they got the control to kill Void Spirit? 100 to 0. Yes, they do.
I mean, that's all the disablers in their team who are present, so all of them have the right read, and they're even gonna go for more. But the little nuke is gonna cancel the blink of Mars, so he cannot get in there. Otherwise, Triple S definitely would have. He has a BKB, so he's not that scared anymore. Not implying he was ever scared, by the way. He's actually played pretty aggressively this game.
Very systematic from one win. Straight into Roshan. They've got themselves, Mars BKB talked about. Already Manta and the better part of Hurricane Spike from the Terrorblade. Ember Spirit is well on his way to Kaya Sanj. Yeah, the 600 got just the recipe out of Kaya to finish it off. Anyway, we're talking about Radiant getting the third wave of items, and we're looking at Dire and kind of hoping for the first or the second. Poor Dazzle. He's been spotted out here by the Hoodwink, and the Mars already had his grave used. A little snipe from Sweden Strong.
A good 25th kill, as the score was 24-7, which is also, you know, how often it feels like this Ember is getting involved in kills, because he's 10-0 and 12 right now. He has been in 22 out of the 25 kills. Ember has put on an absolute show. Slaughter does not have BKB yet. He's gonna get spotted for a blink, and that's enough. Oh, Oh, he just juked him out a little bit and might get to safety. Insane jukes. That is actually so cool.
Oh, we love to see it.
A little bit too long hesitation from the Mars after the bonk. He didn't try for the spear quickly. Can be hard against the Slardar, of course. He's so quick. But that allowed him to get the blink out.
Shadow
Bottom ancients are being held.
Blink TP out by the SF. In the meantime, Disruptor, where even was he? Oh, all the way over there.
Yeah, they tried to contest the ancients, but Mars and Chen alone just fight back. All these heroes, they had 3 heroes trying to go high ground, but 2 heroes can just fend them off. It's pretty scary when the offlaner and a POS 5 can just zone you like that and kill one of the heroes even.
And now all 3 lanes on the doorstep of the Dire base. Disruptor dead for 5 and a spear back on the Slardar. Looks like a good catch. He's now out of base and in some serious trouble. Does have a stun at the grave to buy a bit of time and gets back towards Fountain. Squadix not going too deep for that, not hunting for the final touch. Glimpse Ember Spirit around, but it's Mancucci who's just going to stand his ground and pummel into the buildings now.
Yeah, shooting his little rainbow projectiles in there. He's got the Aegis, of course, on the Terrorblade, so not the best target. They need to go on the back line. They're trying to smoke around. Slardar wrapping around together with the SF. I think both of them need to connect together.
Void Spirit, I mean, Grave, yes, can escape, but you can see how quickly he dies in a matter of seconds, just the TB. Backline though, Shadow Fiend gets a Requiem off and they kill the Hoodwink. Squadix under the static storm, can't cast spells, but now he can. He's been unleashed, unlocked, hexed. Turned into a piggy for a moment, but he doesn't really care about that. Diving tier 3 alongside his Terrorblade comrade. They've taken some names, killed off some enemies, and now they're looking at buildings again.
Yeah, TB is just non-stop auto-attacking, bringing down the mid tower now, as Mars and Void Spirit have a bit of a brawl down bottom. Void trying to get these creep waves out, but doesn't matter. There's a wave mid.
What's Mars doing? Arena spearing? Nice. Or spear arena in. I always love it when Mars players spear into arena rather than the other way around.
Part why he bought the Ether Lens. It makes it easier to do that combo. Yes, you get more blink range, so you can catch people, but you can put the spear has longer range, so you have more time, but also your arena has more range, so it's more forgiving. It's harder to mess it up. Basically, if you have Ether Lens, it's super easy to do the combo. If you don't have Ether Lens, it's still doable, but it's very precise. You need to be really quick about it and not misclick. Catch the SF.
It's big trouble now for Dire Team. They'll grave him and turn onto the Mars, maybe get a kill on Triple S. Oh, Mancucci with a Sunder again, saving his teammates.
He's so low now,
Has
though.
he put himself in trouble, though? Mancucci within the Chen army and the illusions. He's not dying, just being topped up and healed and buffed by everything from Kasane. But Triple S is getting goods back in towards the Void Spirit. They finish him off. Monster kill streak removed as well. 2 grand goes into the pockets of Woe and his buddies. But that was a buyback on Void Spirit.
It was a buyback, and it's a small consolation to get a kill on a Mars after you lose 2 lanes at 26 minutes. And they're not even necessarily backing out. One win, still holding the area, staying on enemy ancients, and this Void Spirit being eyed up right now. He does not have a dispel.
A dieback here is catastrophic. Maybe, though, he can slip out with a Dissimulate. An Astral Step, but look at Mancucci. And he just piked himself to high ground, standing there, getting feared and bashed and crushed and walloped. Hurricane Pike and a heal from the hand of God. Mancucci's still standing tall. And you're right, he has Aegis. I forgot he's got 2 lives. He doesn't give a flying fuck. They've killed the Void Spirit off. Slardar's going to drop by his own tier 4 towers. No buybacks available. Dazzle, who did buyback, is now wondering what he's meant to do with his life.
Yeah, all you have is SF, but SF used his ulti. Your 2 other cores are dead, so this is just an easy, simple and systematic push. They're gonna call GG. They understand there's no play, and it's not a premature GG call at all. They're gonna dive in, have some fun with it, and of course, game 1 goes the way of 1 win.
Yeah, that felt close to over. You know, minute 20, maybe even earlier. Props to the Dire for kind of sticking it out, looking for opportunity. Death Knight?
What was he? No.
Lord, maybe you're right. Is it Lord of Avernus?
Yeah, I thought so.
Prepare for battle.
So he's a lord, not a knight. But he was a knight?
He should rule them.
So he was a death knight who became a lord. So he's the king of the knights. So he's a king and a knight.
Oh my god.
Su lechita y a dormir.
So he's only allowed to move
He's
either to any
multiclassing.
tile near him or in L shapes.
Yeah.
Sueño, sueño.
I don't know, multiclassing in chess sounds kind of broken to me.
That's the D&D patch we've been waiting for chess.
Just let your dungeon master, you know, splash in a level of barbarian here for your pawn. Don't worry. That's how en passant got invented.
That's what we need for Dota. We already have the talent tree, the facets, but now we need the multi-class. So it's like, yeah, I want to be part bounty hunter. I want to infuse my hero. Yeah, state your reason. Very good. Get him, admin.
Darkseer lag. Am I crazy? What does DS stand for here?
Oh,
Dragon Knight,
Discord,
Marcy,
I
Medusa,
guess?
Discord. Right, that makes sense. So
I've never seen
logical.
someone say, usually there's a disc, but DS.
Yeah, because usually the two letters are
Y
like
a dormir.
the start of a syllable in a word. Like it would be
Cheetah,
Discord, DC, but then DC means disconnect.
It's his Nintendo DS. He's playing on one, okay? It's Dota. Dota is cross-platform available now. Get your handheld device.
Forget about the Steam Deck. Get yourself a Switch.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll work.
I played with 2B when he played Wind Ranger on Steam Deck. It was an experience. He said the shackle auto selects the target that's nearest to you, so he said it's kind of nice when you run around the tree line. You
30
instantly
seconds to
select,
battle.
like the moment you see someone, they're highlighted.
Sorry. What?
So you could very quickly shackle shot stun people. He said.
That's so funny.
Other than that, it was absolutely awful. It's not really nice to play Dota on.
But I will never forget. Like long before the Steam Deck even came out, Shane at like I don't know BTS event or like TI quals.
Yeah,
was
remotes.
playing Wraith King with his Xbox controllers.
Yeah. He got a wrist injury, so he had to play with remotes.
Su
Yeah.
lechita
Controller.
y a dormir.
Wild. Awesome sneaky observer ward placement here. Looks like the puck did manage to slip in and get a ward down as a few spells are thrown the way of the Marcy and the Snapfire. It looks like we've had some issue with the in-game lobby ticket, so we don't have the team names or the player names. So I'm in trouble.
Y a dormir.
Well, you know, it's all good. I'm here
Dire?
to help. Dire is one.
One win.
Yes.
May is Squaddings.
Yeah, we have all the pub names that they're using right now. Will be a bit confusing. Time to use player or hero names instead.
No, I'm using 91 days, gets the last hit in the middle lane, and May get some last hits himself.
What about Hoodwink?
Where is his link? What lane are we in? Bottom lane?
What's his
Shrug.
name?
What?
Shrug.
That WCYD. What can you do?
True.
I like how the Jakiro has the same name.
Radiant's courier has
Well,
been
we can
killed.
appreciate that at least one of them goes by his normal name.
Medusa. So magnifique.
We also have
the so makes it.
so magnifique.
Because if your name is just magnifique, you know, it's kind of classy, French, fancy sounding, but you add that so.
It becomes very sarcastic.
It just tickles me.
I also like that they have 2 dashes on Abaddon, but 3 dashes on the Chen, so almost the same username.
Are we
So
doing
far,
Morse
though,
code up here, or the
focusing
SOS
on-
being typed down?
Focusing on the actual Dota being played,
Oh, come
difficult
on.
as it may be. The Marcy having a pretty good start. Getting off to 8-1. She bought boots? Not going for the straight Dominator. Bless me. She is queuing up the helm though, so don't get your hopes up. We have Dominator on her, Dominator on Beastmaster.
Are these aggressive boots or defensive boots?
I would say aggressive. He probably wants to get that Chen. Right now, you can see him kind of angling for it, but it's not that easy to go on a Chen.
Oh, but
He's
he's countered the ghost already. That frost attack. It means nothing against my brown boots.
Exactly. So Chen doing a good job, even using the Divine Favor to give his Ghost a little bit of armor. Or a lot of armor, as it is. +5 already.
Yeah, okay, a little shredder. That's a little help. Mid lane, Puck dragging behind the Dragon Knight, as is natural. 91 days. Getting chipped away at little by little. And keeping his last hit value very high. 16 and 6.
This is
Catch up at 10 and 1.
Yeah, this is a tough matchup for Puck. Puck does not have a whole lot of damage, and Dragon Knight regens a lot. Now with almost 80 damage from his bracers, he is able to get quite a few denies against Puck already.
But never under threat of dying.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Every single... Oh, top though. Chen stepped a little bit too close. This time they got him. Those aggressive boots.
Aggressive boots. Yeah, Abaddon not really able to do too much to help. Just going to shield himself. Try and hold out and get his own farm going. Well, so far, a much, much better start here. Radiant team doing very well across multiple cores. That kill on the Abaddon as well. Just drag him back into the little shredder.
I mean, you see why Marcy is so broken here. The bodyguard is just crazy. It actually combos... I think it combos with a little shredder as well. So you are able to get even more damage out quickly.
Yeah,
I wonder how that works. It's all percentage, right? Bonus attack damage
But
percentage.
it's whenever the ally attacks. So the little shredder counts as an attack still, I think. So she will get counterattack punches when you little shredder. I think. I haven't tried this specific combo. Because little shredder triggers stuff like retaliate and so on. It is an auto attack. So I think that he just gets a bunch of burst damage out.
Yeah, because it's an auto attack just with damage reduced, right? Attack damage.
Is it even reduced? I think it's just an attack. Oh yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I don't think it's even reduced. It's 75. Oh yeah, 75% damage. It is. But yeah, essentially this skill makes Marcy impossible to lane against. As if her dispose and rebound isn't strong enough, the bodyguard is just crazy.
Or the special delivery. Bring that fairy fire right into battle.
Yeah, but
Big wave now arriving for them as well.
Got themselves a little bit of protection with the ice armor, at least for the Abaddon for a while there.
So far, so good for Kalmychata. 3 cores up at the top of the board. Medusa, interestingly, the one that's behind them.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little bit surprised that Dragon Knight had to go base, so good job on the Puck by forcing him to go all the way to base there.
That gives Puck a bit of catch-up time. And Dragon Knight places his wards right in front of the Puck, though, so that is pinged out, known by Squadix. One of these games where we're not seeing a lot of movement out the side lane. We're very locked in. I think Kalmychata kind of forcing this 2-1-2 scenario.
See, now
so it's down
the
to one win to try and break the mold a bit, send the Abaddon bottom, but now the Marcy's come in to force away the Abaddon. So no kill on Medusa. A heavy reaction here as the Snapfire, who is invis, also leaping into action onto this Beastmaster. Full Shredder in to dispose, and down you go.
Good reaction there. Very quick by Kalmychata to come and react to this aggression coming out. Because this early tower dive, if you don't react, Chen will just make sure the tower goes down. So you're not just going to lose your Medusa, you're going to lose your tower. And that could be very problematic as the next towers are soon to follow. So you got to stop them immediately. And this is also the value of Medusa. She stood against that dive really, really well. She doesn't die that fast. Incredibly tanky hero.
Super strong.
And meanwhile, 2 dragons now in mid lane.
2.5.
3 dragon heads.
Yeah. Better than 1. Better than 2.
Tower.
Not
even.
Tower has fallen.
So Wisdom Shrines go 1 apiece. Mid tower being dead though, super important. We were joking earlier about playing the center of the board, playing through the middle lane. This gives so many options to pivot to top, pivot to that Ancients area. All right, now one win trying to get some pressure into this bottom lane through the Beastmaster. Doesn't have his helm yet though, so they don't have that additional creep. Just trying to use the Chen and hoodwink bodies to get in behind. But while this is happening, Abaddon has died solo to Marcy, I think. Just a Marcy alternate kill. While down bottom, the Beastmaster is being dropped by a little Shredder and a Snapfire Cookie.
Ooh, this
That's a
game is actually
disaster.
falling out of control. Really rapidly. Losing your carry, losing your offlane. The support's kind of just standing around. They were looking for a chance to dive the Medusa, but instead it's Beastmaster who drops. This is
And
also
Abaddon, not
really...
level 6 yet, has no ulti to survive against this Marcy who has Helm.
Scanning.
Even going to this lane is going to be scary for him now. The ice creep is going to be enough to allow Marcy to run him down again. So farming the creeps on the tower, not going to be possible for him. Relegated to jungle.
Oh,
And the Medusa, she's just charging forward.
cut away, get another tower. And Dragonite goes from mid tier 1 to bot tier 1. This map is starting to get pretty small for the Dire.
And a very natural move to go back towards the top lane now. It's gonna soon to follow. Dragonite just gonna go and fix mid lane, but you see everyone else kind of congregating towards top. TP in by Snap.
I've got to do something about this Marcy problem. Another jump in onto the Abaddon. Just look at that damage! Squadix is here with a coil to snap it out. Hoodwink's arriving now. Good two-man bushwhack in there. Should net them a couple of very important kills. Marcy gone. And that fire follows.
Took that jape too far.
Yeah, that's
Vital.
absurd. The amount of damage coming out from that combo is just busted. Oh,
Another
body
one.
blocks. Squadix.
Squadix in front of Fairy Dragon versus Twin-Headed Dragon. It looks like the Twin-Headed
stuck.
Dragon is stuck.
Those wings not doing too much for him right there as he needs to walk along the bridge.
Dire's top tower is
So,
under
good start getting the kill over on the Abaddon, but then they overcommit and get punished heavily. Something going their way on the side of one win. They needed this. They'll lose their Chen though.
That's the thing, when the reinforcements come in, it's difficult to hold an area on the map as Dire right now.
Radiant's top tower.
Like they
is
need this
under attack.
Beastmaster with his helm to kind of crack open the map, get a tier 1, push into that bottom jungle, do something to alleviate the pressure. Because you're looking at Abaddon going Hand of Midas. He needs time.
I think this is a mistake, Midas. Why would you not go Dominator,
Radiant's
man? Come
middle
on.
tower
In
is
this
under
patch,
attack.
I think Midas
is under
is only for a few heroes. I was even thinking that Dominator is better on like a sniper than Midas right now. It's busted. It's a broken item. We haven't had a nerf yet. Why not go for it?
It's Marcy's fine there. It's like pyrite. It's fool's gold.
Yeah.
It glistens and glisters, but it's not real.
Oh, the hoodwink.
Trying to juke through the tree, successfully so, in fact. Hoodwink now with a sharpshooter trying to line up a shot on the Snapfire through the coil and the damage, and got what it takes to kill her off.
Do get him, but that's just a little support. They moved 4 heroes over there, so meanwhile Dragonite enjoying a lot of space. Medusa, same thing with her. And while you have Dominator on the Beastmaster, this is like 4 minutes too late to really do a lot with it. You don't want to push with Dominator creeps into a Medusa who already has Yasha power treads. She's gonna kill that Dominator, so this is very difficult now for him to open that tower.
Yeah, and, coming back to the reaction, the defense of that bottom lane dive, right? Making sure that the tower doesn't
Radiant's
topple.
bottom tower
There's
is under attack.
this extended period now where the Dire are having to spend time, come down, whittle away this
Radiant
objective,
structures
finally,
are
forcing a
fortified.
glyph and getting it. But you're right, Medusa already has items, already goes back in the jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower
There's a pretty wide open space for the rest of her team now to play forward up into that top part of the map. Dragonite has Blink. He's ready.
He failed though. He tried to go on the Puck, and Puck with extremely quick reactions got away from the Blink Dragonite stun, which is not
missed
easy to
that.
do. He came out of smoke, and still Squadix so fast.
Now he gets central stomped into Bushwhack. That macro fire and damage over time on the Chen, though. About to bring Kisane down. The 3-man coil. Turn around to the Puck, though. Squadix trying to finish off the Dragonite. The Chen finally falls. They need the Roar. Take the DK down a notch. Now, got to be careful, though. You spent your spells, and Marcy was lurking around in the shadows. So a good defense of the area. Keep Abaddon farming. And get a kill on a core.
Yeah, that's Dragonite going for this Blink build. You really rely on getting more and more kills and getting momentum when you go for Blink, because it's not a farming item. He doesn't necessarily need to be the carry. He has a Marcy and a Medusa. But he still wants to get his own game going a little bit. It's gonna slow him down.
Ah, the thudding noise. The Ripper's lash.
not to be confused with the very same noise of Nullfire.
Helm of the Overlord almost here for the Beastmaster as we witness the Jakiro dying up that top portion.
I like
It's
how
been good
Hoodwink
for
loses
Squadix to
one.
get involved.
Hoodwink loses one of his arms in the kill feed, but not on his nickname. Like if you see his nickname normally, he has both his arms, but then you see a kill score coming up, and he loses his right arm.
But not his hand.
No, yeah, this this is a
Oh, no, there it is.
common thing. He drops his hand.
On the central ward, it's all there.
What? Okay, that makes no sense.
But it's like, it's not the sword isn't aligned. So the length of the Jakiro dying and the gold being given was too much for the hand to handle. He couldn't hold all these limes.
I see. He's got his arm cut off momentarily, but it grew back.
Yeah. You got
So-
better.
So
She
far,
turned me into a newt.
oh lord, I can't let you get started on the Monty Python stuff. You will never stop, and neither will I.
The archive opens, quotes flooding out of my brain.
I think for like 2 days straight or something, when I was a teenager, I played with The Search for the Holy Grail playing in the background for 2 days non-stop. I played Dota. So I watched that movie, you know, passively a few, I don't know, 50 times or something.
That was one of the films we had on VHS. Back in the day before on-demand TV, we didn't have satellite, we didn't have cable, we didn't have frickin' Netflix or anything. We had, what, 30 VHS videotapes that you could choose one to play, and if you didn't want to watch one of those, you were screwed.
Oh. We'll see if they're gonna be able to catch the Dragon Knight here. He has a blink. No blink on Puck yet, so kind of hard to reach. Would have to start with Coil. Doesn't want to do it. Didn't quite have the range in time. They still might catch him on the way to mid lane though.
Yeah, they got that ward down. They see him come up the staircase. Coil and Roar for good measure. Kiss is coming in as covering fire. Maybe a turn opportunity with the Medusa and the Marcy arriving, but they've come in a little too late. And they're not going to land the volley there onto Beastmaster. Good bushwhack. And unfortunately, Marcy not able to get on top of anybody.
They did throw everything in the kitchen sink at him, so right now Radiant could still feel strong in a fight if they want to. Yes, they used Snapfire ulti, but they still have a lot of good tools to fight around. Whereas Dire, they expended their things already. I was gonna say they used up the Abaddon ulti too, but that's not true. He hasn't skilled it yet. That's why it's not green. He's still holding his point, of course, to make sure he doesn't ulti when he doesn't need to.
Is his Midas kicking in yet?
I don't know if I would say it's kicking in until you have your Radiance, you know, that's when you start feeling okay, but he's still at the bottom of the net worth of all the cores, so I'll get back to you when we feel happier as an Abaddon. I think he needs to get to top 3 at least.
Dire are scanning.
At the very least, from OneWin's perspective, this game has not snowballed. Right, we were looking at the potential here for this Marcy Dragon Knight hitting some early timings to just get out of contention completely. They got an early tier 1. I mean, hell, they got all 3 early tier 1s. But OneWin were able to kind of meet them in top jungle, fight back, then make a play of their own, and things have kind of leveled out now.
They stopped the bleeding. I think both teams have drafts that have similar ideas of taking over the map early and making a lot of aggressive moves to try and further that advantage. And that's why we're seeing them congregating towards bottom right now, thinking if they can maybe pressure with their Dominator upgrade. But yeah, Radiant still in a comfortable lead, but I think it's not impossible to envision them being
Dire's
toppled.
middle tower is under attack.
Especially when the lead is like Medusa has been untouched. 102, closing in on 200 last hits. 10k net worth, 17 minutes in. Sitting
what you want.
pretty at the top.
As a Medusa, you just want to be forgotten. If the enemy team just don't realize that you exist for their first 30 minutes, then that's a very good thing for you. And I shouldn't say that has been the case. They told her multiple times in the laning stage, so they tried, but the reaction was there from his team.
Is under attack.
And this is a nice Roshan takedown. Might be a little bit unexpected as well. Roach to drop. It's not like their lineup is super obvious, but they will take Roach. The Marcy ulti enabled it.
Now, is Medusa the best person to give that to right here, right now? Is this is she ready to just go push towers and be the big boss?
I actually think so, but the reason is a little bit longer to explain, but I think generally you want to get to the enemy triangle, and that is going to be very important for her, to have the Aegis so she can invade and get to the greener farming grounds. If she just plays safe and like plays the area she's sitting right now, then I think it's going to be a mistake to put Aegis on her, but if she starts heading towards those tier 2 towers, then I think it's a really good item to have on her.
Yeah, I guess I was wondering why not Marcy? She's been, or she will be the one jumping in, leading out, charging forward. But I guess Marcy is somewhat of a transformation hero.
She is. Yeah, the ulti is very necessary. If you respawn without it, you're quite a lot weaker. And on top of that, she basically has invulnerability by having her BKB anyway. She's not gonna die during BKB. Even with a roar, she won't get focused. Oh, there's the hoodwink.
Was.
Yeah, where?
Fountain, I think.
And 1 minute until the Tormentor spawns, so taking out the enemy tier 1 or tier 2 tower would be a really big find for Kalmychata here. Update on Abaddon, by the way. He's now only the second lowest farmed core, but it's a teammate to drop down instead, so I don't know if it's much better.
He's probably thinking.
He's close though.
I know the Radiance.
This is the Radiance gold on this creep wave. Let's hope Marcy doesn't come and murder him. Hold up, that's a Marcy.
And the murder is happening. Gets off the ulti and will walk away.
Messed up a little bit. Could have maybe thrown him back into an ice path, and I think you can kill him despite his ulti there. But Marcy says, yeah, Marcy says ulti was used, and that's fine enough. Now they can more safely put him on.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe just. I thought they were like over-respecting the defense here, but they're still poking at this tier 2.
Yeah, poking and prodding a little bit, but they want to take form, so gonna have to back up. Don't want to get caught with just 2 heroes nearby.
And then bottom lane, Chen has been farming the outer ring of jungle, accelerating himself to get up to about 5k. Surprising, Jakiro is pretty farmed as a pos 5.
Yeah, he was pretty farmed already before he got this shard. Now with the shard, of course, puts him at the #1 of the support. But yeah, Jakiro has been claiming some CS here and there, but more importantly, he got the last hit on the mid tower. Gave him quite a bit of gold.
Radiant are scanning.
The mid tower is something that the Radiant might have to come back and defend.
Radiant's middle
So far,
tower is
Beastmaster
under
with his
attack.
Helm Creep plus a catapult doing some serious damage to it. And a smoke wraparound is coming his way. Let's see if Beastmaster can figure out that
Radiant's
something
middle tower has fallen.
isn't quite right. In
Dire's
fact,
bottom
something is
tower
wrong.
is
Oh,
under
the Dragon Knight. No, he's gonna get the stun. Just about. With the kisses coming in.
Oh, the Snapfire though. Snap.
Dying to the Prowler? Okay.
And Puck is here. Maybe they can get one more.
Hero's falling pretty quickly.
Radiant's middle
Coil
tower
is there.
under attack.
There's enough damage. Puck's gonna give up on it.
The Orchid.
Dragonite inside his roast pit. Broken. Sharp shot. But they turn with that Marcy. Like you said, a surprise jump in to blow up the puck.
Yeah, this is what we talked about in the draft. If one stun lands, then the follow-up stuns are always there from Radiant. They have so many things to kind of follow up after the initial catch. And that's why the Orchid was so good for him as well. The Blink Orchid, best build he could have gone for in this game, catching the puck. Forces the puck to go for some defensive item next, and it's going to be Linken's, it seems like. I wouldn't mind seeing a Yule Scepter instead, honestly. Just more immediate, costs less, you get it earlier. Link is still a long way
Dire's
away.
middle tower has
Mid
fallen.
tower gets taken out by Medusa, who's the most active core player right now, just going towards buildings and doing something.
Dire's middle tower is
Now
under
planting
attack.
herself into enemy ancients. Take this area of the map
Also-
while the rest of the team plays up the top.
I also like the build they decided to go for on So Magnifique on the Medusa. Going for the Disperser, so he can... Oh, fuck, he did it again.
Phase shift into Blink.
Yeah, it should be fine. But yeah, this Disperser is going to be great for him on Medusa, not just to help himself, but also to maybe unsilence a teammate from the puck silence. Could be pretty annoying.
Baden gets TP'd out there just in time. And Aegis gets reclaimed. Medusa still going to push forward onto this top tier 2
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower is under attack.
And the smoke not going to
Chen
find
has
anyone lurking.
inhabited this bottom lane for, 6 minutes or something now. He's just been sitting here farming wave after wave with his creeps, and nobody has come down to shove him away. So Chen is actually able to hold this part of the map, but I think he's going to have to come home. Medusa is going high ground.
They're straight up on your tier 3. There's no one right now to stop it. Glyph is available. They'll use it quite early on here to try and push back the wave, but there's a new wave arriving now. Wonder if maybe they held the Glyph for a little bit. They could have completely dealt with this push, but a smoke wrap around in behind them is coming, bypassing the ward. We'll see if the Radiant have an inkling it's coming. They position themselves further to the north. Dragon Knight out in front, gonna spot out the summons of the Beastmaster, roared up as well, but in the back, the Jakiro being focused and pummeled, coiled up as the Abaddon chases him down. This is landing in to try and offer some covering fire while the Abaddon ulti goes off. And so far, nobody's died. This leaves Radiant in a great position just to finish off buildings then. So Magnifique goes back up to high ground to finish off the barracks, while Jakiro, yeah, is picked off by the puck, but all this little fun and games back and forth is going to leave you in danger, dead for 50 seconds, and one win, on the verge of losing their base.
And they don't have ulti on Abaddon as well. It's a pretty big thing to trigger that ulti, but ultimately catching the puck there, all these different tools they have to reach him. The fight started out in a crazy way. The Marcy using her BKB to jump in front and tank the Hoodwink ulti while in debuff immunity. The Dragon Knight got his BKB off before he got roared as well, so multiple nice BKB usages was the reason they managed to win that fight on the side of Radiant.
TPing down to the outpost to defend Beastmaster now. Looks like OneWin going for an all-in to try and hold this area, but they've lost the Hoodwink. Beastmaster trying to TP home. He's stunned up.
By the Golem.
Pebble thrown at him by the Golem. I thought a basher on the Marcy for a moment, but there is a basher on the Marcy as well. And they're chasing into tier 3, pushing the Chen all the way back to base, leaving, again, a lot of space here for Medusa to wander up high ground.
Yeah, still they needed more stuns. The basher is the cherry on top. This lineup is not stopping. The barrier on the Dragon Knight allows them to maybe blink aggressively if anyone shows as well. But nobody wants to really fight this. The bottom lane is being pushed by one Satyr, the Tormentor.
Get him! Meanwhile, Medusa and Dragon Knight making short work of these mid lane buildings. There's a tier 2 bottom, so at least they can't swing in for the Megas.
Very clean push. Now they can just back up and enjoy the advantage of all the gold they got from this this team fight. Medusa gets a full Eye of Scotty completed. We have just a little bit more gold needed, like 800 more gold for Dragon Knight to get his Bloodthorn. He's actually pretty farmed on the Dragon Knight, even though he was struggling for a little while connecting. All these buildings falling, objectives being taken.
Yeah, Abaddon still scrambling madly to get Manta style.
He's the most farmed in the game on his team. Well, I can't say that it's looking too impressive right now. The value of the Abaddon has not really been evident in this game. Losing lane to Marcy was pretty devastating to him.
Yeah, that solo kill where he's level 5, Marcy's hit 6, and his team are trying to play through bottom. It's been rough. There's a lot of things that needed to be answered. Marcy was a problem, then Medusa's a problem. Dragon Knight was an issue for the puck as well. There's a lot of things that OneWin haven't addressed through the draft in the game, and now they are paying the price, losing their buildings, losing their base. They'll try and make a play in towards the DK with a ton of damage, but if he's able to BKB and walk it off, they roll the Medusa, but look at that Hoodwink disappear to the Marcy. Abaddon still going deep with the puck in behind this Radiant backline.
He's falling.
The DK off, finally dead. But now the Marcy comes back in again with the Scardy Slow and the bash and the damage there. Abaddon gone for 50 seconds. Chen will follow him into the grave. Now Beastmaster and Hoodwink disposed into GG. There it is. They call it. Game 2. One win.
Dash,
Tap out
dash.
this one, and Kalmychata pick up
Radiant
second game in the series.
Impressive stuff from them. I mean, they looked completely outclassed in the first game, but game number 2 in the series, they changed up the draft a little.
Crimson drops. And it all goes back into the Valve ecosystem anyway. That all gets spent on chests and games and whatever. The
We're all
RimWorld expansions.
suckers. Yeah. Here you go,
Prepare
Gareth.
for battle.
Spoil yourself. Buy an expansion for RimWorld.
I will.
Anomaly is calling you.
It is. I need to build those grav ships on the other one. I don't know what the other one's called.
Yeah.
Biotech, Ideal. No, those are the old ones. Odyssey. Odyssey is the new one.
Right. Flying around. Well, the teams are flying around into the ward spots at least. Doesn't look like either team is too aggressive right now. Just holding kind of high grounds, staying in their positions.
How many Helms of the Dominator do we have queued? Faceless Void?
Face
Right,
right,
so-
should go for one.
Yeah. I wonder if Phoenix goes for one. So I guess there are a few things to point out, right? Is Triple S offlane Phoenix. We've got the support Marcy for
30
Sweden Strong.
seconds to battle.
Kasane on Enchantress. Apart from that, Storm mid. Faceless Void safe lane. All normal stuff. And then on Radiant team, we kind of saw that. And Jakiro, Weaver supports. Slaughter offlane. Huskar mid against the Storm Spirit's the big one that we've got to watch out for. And right now, playing aggressively into top jungle, and trying to find anybody here and guard that top rune spot in the process. Weaver might be able to go and Shikuchi to
The battle
steal
begins.
the additional one. Let's see, Sweden strong with a good dispose, allows Mankushi to take it. So even 2 for 2.
2 for 2, but at least he did have to use his dispose there for a little while, you know, just resetting. But looks like Slardar is going to go for the block, try and get the creep wave under enemy tower. This will be a good start to lane for him. Meanwhile, they don't like Huskar. You see this move by the 2 supports? This is one way you can deal with Huskar, is just to immediately go on him level 1. He's going to be dead here. No way out of this one.
Squadix screaming for help as the Huskar was picked. That first blood kill, vitally important for 1-win's chances in that mid lane.
He's got the experience against Huskar. He knows how to deal with it. Just gank him. Kill him.
I'm not
Shut
kidding.
him
There,
down.
there was a long period where we were casting Eastern Europe, and Squadix was playing Ember or Storm Spirit. Half the time he was against a Necrophos or a Huskar. Back when Necro was like a mid lane 1v1 domination hero.
Yeah, I mean,
Face again.
sometimes you have to get cheesed, but we'll see if Huskar can recover after that. 1 kill is usually not enough to really like stop a Huskar's game entirely, but if they manage to get him again with a single TP from Marcy, he could die later on like level 2 Marcy.
Yeah,
And they didn't
Huskar's
lose
always
too
going to like
much.
get to level 3 and burn you down.
Yeah, they didn't lose too much on the side lanes either. Sometimes when you make this move level 1 with both your supports on mid lane, you end up losing a side laner, or you kind of get set back in CS, but both the Phoenix and Void finding farm.
I mean, not just farm, finding kills. If Phoenix does die, unfortunately before the Ursa does, that's going to leave Sweden Strong and Mechta in a great spot.
Yeah, and that was a nice turnaround at least, getting the kill first, so good recognition that there's no way out for me. I'm just gonna do damage before I die.
Squadix is kind of running this lane now, huh?
Yeah, he's getting great farm. Level 3 is a big power spike for the Huskar though. The double points, went double points into the Burning Spears. A lot of times I see a double points into Berserk's Blood, but the Burning Spears now, really high damage.
I guess he's got the boots as well, so we can keep that pressure on. While top lane, Weaver going to Shikuchi through the Enchantress. Kill off Kasane. Nice little pick off there to keep the Slardar in fighting shape. Now this is one of those lanes where, you know, Slardar very often has been picked against anti-mage, Lifestealer. Is Faceless Void another one who can maybe not lose the lane, but Slardar, does he get free farm up here?
Fairly free. It's all up to Enchantress. Like, Void doesn't really threaten him at all, so if Eng can put enough right clicks and harass on the Slardar, that could stop him a bit, but Faceless Void does not do much to a Slardar. Yes, technically he could bash as well, but he hasn't even skilled bash yet, because you want time dilation instead.
And then Weaver goes and gets the Lotus. Nice spot to be in. Next wave is going to push in toward Radiant Tower. And it looks like Weaver should have a decent chance here at contesting any pulls. And stopping any nonsense from the Ench.
Yeah, be careful mid. They're gonna TP into the Marcy, I think.
No.
That was actually so clutch. He got the silence on the storm in his electric vortex animation, stopping the vortex. And that wastes a lot of time for Marcy.
That means that all the attention on the mid lane leads to Kasane dying up top. Still is sticking it out here. Yes, the Enchantress is like dying to protect the Faceless Void, but at the same time losing the Phoenix because the Marcy goes mid. There's another big win here for Kalmychata.
Yeah, Kalmychata coming out on top of this. That was so clutch. All this thanks to the Huskar not dying. If Huskar died, they would feel pretty awful in Kalmychata right now.
Sportix? Okay. Oh, he's got a Fairy Fire.
He's gonna live, but I mean, he's not okay.
So he drops to 30 health and I'm like, is he dying?
Sweden Strong is dying right now as he gets run down by this Ursa.
Nice dispose. Actually, with the slows. Now a dive forward from the Phoenix, getting turned on by Woe. The Ursa drops. Sweden Strong is found by the Jakiro, and look who's made an appearance. Rare Gods on the Weave are going to arrive. Shikuchi forward with the Swarm, and no Icarus dive for Triple S.
Support, get it done. With an Urn now as well, getting an Urn charges on the Weaver. Massive to get your first involvement. Always the hardest one to find, because you have no charges yet. But now he's going to have extra bit of damage and healing wherever he goes. He's going to go towards the Storm. He smells weakness. Storm doesn't have level 6 yet. Wants to jungle up. He's going to run into Marcy first, though.
Where you just straight up leave that mid lane. Maybe put Marcy there to try and get some experience. A Huskar.
Yeah. Weaver wants to cross the towers on mid. If he gets over to the Storm, he can really mess with his jungling.
Getting booted out of lane is one thing. Getting booted out of lane, then jungle, that really hurts. Wait, they've got Catapult Wave. Are they going to push tower mid?
Oh yeah, this is what every Huskar wants to do. And bottom lane, over-committing. What is Ursa doing that close to tower, actually?
Okay.
I mean, he's alone down there. That is some aggressive positioning.
It's not as if Phoenix or Marcy were low. He wasn't hunting a kill there, just too far forward, greedily farming.
I think he was trying to pretend he had people behind him, but they called his bluff. That's all I'm gonna call that. Sometimes you feign strength and it does not work out for you.
Now Enchantress pivots towards mid to try and hold back this push. But with the Jakiro and the Weaver coming in from behind, Kasane doesn't really have any chances. Ethereal will take his name. And Glyph on the creeps. Catapult's going to be kept alive for the fresh wave arriving. And Huskar can just keep this catapult up and going by tanking a few tower shots. While Storm Spirit is literally TPing to tier 2 to farm jungle.
Oh. I actually didn't know that. That's a kind of silly thing. Huskar gets screwed over on a technicality. Arcane reduces your mana cost. He doesn't have mana cost, he has HP costs, so he doesn't get lower cost on his stuff. It actually still costs the same. It doesn't do anything aside from cooldown reduction for him. Huh?
That's upsetting. Yeah, it should be. Well, you reckon it should be spell cost rather than mana cost?
I mean, if he pays HP instead of mana, then the mana cost reduction, I feel, should work for him. I'm not a Huskar player, and I definitely don't like Huskars, so, you know, I'm fine with this, but it does feel a little bit cheesy that he doesn't get a reduced cost on his
rules
stuff. Yeah. It is mana cost. Technical ruling is correct here.
Yeah, rules as written. Got the Magic the Gathering card reader over here.
Actual. Reading the card explains the card.
Well, there we are right now. Kalmychata 2k lead. How these lanes pretty strong. Ursa's the only one where you kind of like had an okay time, but it's not been comfortable for sure. 3 deaths to his name on Woe, but a couple of kills is nice. Always going to be aiming for that Battle Fury, which will take a little bit of time to get to.
Yeah, he went for the Power Treads build. Normally we see Face Boots, but I guess there's some argument that having more attack speed is nice when you're against the Phoenix. However, I'm still more in the camp that Face Boots are really nice to have on Ursa nowadays. I feel like the Power Treads into Battle Fury is a bit outdated. There was a time when it was really the go-to.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Phoenix finishing off the Helm of the Dominator. Yeah, recipes coming in now. So potentially able to get some pressure onto that bottom tower and maybe open up this map a little bit more. In particular for Squadix, who would just keep looking back at farming jungle, not really doing too much. 1win on the back foot for these first 8-9 minutes, but with double Helm of the Dominator, they can suddenly start dragging waves, pushing towers, playing the map a little bit wider.
Oh yeah. Not only that, they can start congregating towards the bottom lane. This Ursa has been farming pretty decently, but suddenly the attention is rising towards this lane. Might even see Faceless Void consider making a move down there, but as he is amplified by Slaughter, he can't do it stealthily, so he'll just stay top for now.
And Huskar clearing Ancients before potentially TPing down there himself. Of course, he's got his armlet, so pretty ready to jump into the fray if someone dives a little bit too deep. So far, though, Jakiro just laying down Macropyre, pushing back that bottom wave. Ursa tucks into the jungle. So this 3-hero move down to bottom, so far not working out for 1win.
They'll get the tower. It's not super fast, but they delayed it by like 20 seconds at least with the Macropyre. But eventually, the double trolls, man. What do you do?
20 rally creeps. Do they have any control? Oh, nice ice path. They jump back in on this. Triple S, half HP. Weaver, Jakiro doing some good damage as the Woe does jump in. Ursa chasing forward, looking at that Supernova as a juicy target to bring down, and it is gone. Kasane and Swedenstrong to fight back into Woe, but just lose the Marcy and the Enchantress quickly after. The Ursa has survived. Huskar's come in the nick of time and saved them up. Triple S is sending the Dark Troll Summoner. Come back here,
and up top.
Bear. Come here, you bastard. I'm going to kill... No, can't catch him. And Weaver's going to get the swarm all over it.
They're on Anko up top, chasing him with the DD Rune on Storm. He's gonna be fine though.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Pushes one. Treads to strength. Now Ethereal jumps in. Armor toggle up. Squadix about to die. Ice Path well placed there, covering the Huskar. As Slardar can come in with another stun and crush to drag out this fight a little bit more. Another armor toggle. Ethereal's good. And 1win forced back. Storm loses his life. They don't kill the Slardar. And now from bottom lane defense into top lane aggression.
Kalmychata, they're fighting back hard here. And this Huskar is just very happy to finally bring more tower damage into the mix as well. Top tower catapult is here, but they don't even need it. They would have killed this so easily with Jakiro and Huskar anyway. Things are rapidly falling out of control. That bottom fight. Ursa living, Marcy barely dying. He just had cooldown ready on his jump, but got too close to the Ursa, get killed off instead.
And now Huskar with Sanj, over 2,000 health. Tons of health restoration, slow resistance. Pretty nice here as well against 1win.
Yeah, he's already gotten to the point now that his HP is not going to drop below like 860 with the region.
Minute 12, Spirit Vessel, fully done. I mean, Weaver is 205.
Yeah. Yeah, he's having a fantastic game on Rare Gods. That's a nice laning stage and has been moving around very well with his team. Keeps doing so as well, going with the Huskar. They are going straight at this Phoenix. They see him, but smoke breaks.
What's he buying now? So he's gone Helm of Dominator into Veil. So he's going all the Helm items on Phoenix, huh?
Spam the helms. Bunch of armor, I guess. It's not bad against the Ursa and the Weaver Slaughter. Yeah. But yeah, he wants a Shivas. Shivas is absurdly good here. It's also countering the Huskar, so there's I think there's no argument that you should go for anything other than a Shivas as Phoenix here. Roche rapidly falling to the Huskar.
Every good Huskar players know when the bashes are coming.
Yep. It's the rite of passage though for every Huskar player to also have died a few times to Roche, but he's a master tier Huskar, so I assume he has already gotten those out of the way.
Ursa with the Huskar on this Marcy, but that's a very nicely placed Supernova up on the high ground. Ethereal trying to armor toggle and wand his way through this, but Aegis is going to get claimed. Now with rotations coming in, Slaughter through the gate, Ursa ready to jump, Ethereal needs help. Down in the sauna, being stunned and bashed up. He life breaks the high ground to get onto the Phoenix. Silent Start, Triple S in trouble, but they've got the Chrono here.
Ursa can hit.
Huskar gets the big kill. Phoenix will drop as the Slaughter and Ursa both arrive. Storm with the last little bit of mana gets the low ground. Does get topped up a little bit on his retreat. Jakiro looking for another way to reopen his fight with Ice Path, but One Win have already disengaged. They've spent all their spells. I don't think they want to fight anymore.
Just backing out and chilling. Just watching. Oh, Slaughter thinking about a little bit more with a blink. Not gonna get it. Ursa though wants this tower. Jakiro trying to burn it out.
And Weaver just shooting straight in past them. Good Ice Path again with a Macropyre and the blink crush from Slaughter. Storm Spirit zips away onto the Weaver to catch and kill. One Win trying to disengage now with what lives they can. A Time Walk to disengage. Faceless Void gets back. And One Win realizing, hang on, with the Weaver dead and this Jakiro half health, they can turn and burn. Ethereal though has rejoined the fight. The Huskar has respawned and arrived again. Mancucci can Time Walk out of this as they get on this Huskar. He's dropping low and he's kind of alone. Slaughter can offer some help and resistance to deal with Mancucci, but it's not enough control. Huskar dies twice in a row. Slaughter drops as well, and One Win running rampant in his team fight, outplaying the over-aggressive Kalmychata players. Overwhelmed completely.
Yeah, the Phoenix was the MVP of that fight, burning down the attack speed of the Huskar. If he wasn't there landing some really clutch fire spirits, Huskar would have killed everyone, I think. Even during the short silence, he would have gotten plenty of auto attacks out. But Phoenix was just sitting there.
That fight recap was only like part 3 of a trilogy of fights that we had.
Honestly, yeah. It was quite the long battle down in this area, but ultimately, Dire are going to be the ones who are going to be way happier with the outcome at the end of the day. Radiant still ahead. Only slightly, though.
So Huskar killed the Marcy. And then they had the Chrono to kill the Huskar. They killed Aegis, right? Then they had the Chrono to kill the Huskar. Then Phoenix died.
Also got killed in the Chrono because Ursa was auto-attacking from outside the Chrono. He managed to position and get perfect auto-attack range there.
But so Squadix went through that entire fight without dying. There's so many times I thought, oh, Squadix is dead here. He's out of mana. But he just manages to like scrape through bottom of the barrel resources, but gets the job done.
Yeah, he was kept safe by his team a lot. They really did a good job shielding him, playing in front of him.
Well, that's knocked the wind out of the Huskar sails a little bit. Maybe out of the Radiant team as well. We need to go back to farming up to Blink Dagger on Ursa. This Slaughter obviously going to be looking for his next item as well, which looks like Aghanim Shard. Before a BKB of any kind.
Pretty common build. The Shard is absurdly good on Slaughter, being able to apply your minus armor. Oh wow, they just don't know the Weaver. Saying none of this. But he's fine?
He's alright. He's
Oh,
actually
wow.
he's a liver.
He is completely fine. He even got a little bit of experience there, throwing the swarm on all 3 of them. I was watching his experience on Weaver before in the team fight when he threw the swarm on the neutral creep or the dominated creep plus the enemy heroes. His experience just goes up so fast. He's same level as these core heroes.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Soon gonna have level 2 on that ulti.
Well, we can see how One Win can fight. And this wasn't... Well, this was without the actual combo. The Chrono and the Supernova were used, bit by bit, not in conjunction with each other. Storm disappears, huh?
Dear lord. Yeah, that's the shard for you. Quickly applies the minus armor, makes the crush. Just a really good combo with the Ursa as well. And what we always see from Ursa's, get Battle Fury, get Blink, and then already involve yourself in quite a few fights just with those 2 items. As Huskar, you said that he's slowing down, it took the wind out of him a little bit, but Huskar is very happy just farming like this. He farms insanely fast in jungle at this stage. I think the mistake a lot of pro players or even high-ranking Huskar players will do is stress too much, saying, I'm a Huskar, I must go at towers, I must fight. But honestly, taking like a few minutes here to finish this BKB is completely acceptable.
Especially when you're like, I guess I understand that mentality when you're against like an AA or some kind of hard counter or whatever. But here, there's nothing that offers that complete your hero's screwed kind of threat.
Yeah, I mean, it's if Void gets big enough to a point where he can just burst the Huskar, but it's never that easy to do. Huskar's 21 armor already with the Spark of Courage and Armlet. It's not that easy to kill him.
Storm Spirit. Okay. The Marcy not able to.
Well, they'll pop the Marcy ulti, and Weaver is again out of there. So Rare Gods is doing such a good job baiting out these moves. He knows his limits, this guy.
Simply time lapse away.
Yeah, just press R.
This faceless void cosmetic looks so funny. Just flapping around with like purple fabric. He's like got a cape. Just
yeah, it's fancy. It's beautiful.
let him go.
Like how that cape item is a regular item and not a rare item or ultra rare or something like that is surprising to me. Usually stuff that's that shiny, they come at a higher price tag.
Yeah, or gets removed from the game.
Yeah, true. Or they get a cheaper
never not
version.
be upset about the Alpine Ursa set.
Yeah, I was about to say they get a cheaper version. There's the free Alpine Ursa now, the budget version.
What was even funny to me was that they like basically re-released the Alpine Ursa set onto PA before before that as well. She got the Cowboy set returned before Ursa did. Anyway, smoke out of Kalmychata. Dire Vision placed and immediately dewarded. And both teams in position for this 5v5, so it's going to come down to who jumps who first, who gets that perfect initiation. And it's going to be Slardar for now with the Ice Bath over top, but the save out of Marcy. The Ursa jumps in, but Mankushi's fine. Now, how do we use it? Supernova and Chrono? Nope, Supernova into Vortex. Death of the Ursa. And now the Chrono. Mankushi finds two. Beautifully lined up. They'll kill off the hero first, or at least attempt to, but Huskar's turn. Look at the damage out of him. Ethereal picks up 2 in a row. Dive away from the Phoenix now. This felt like one when we're going to run away with a fight, but Ethereal's Huskar too strong to handle.
They bit off a little bit more than they could chew there. They thought, okay, Ursa's dead, there's no more threat, but there is one really big threat. If you ignore Huskar in a fight and you don't save your abilities like Chrono to burst him, then there's nothing that can kill him anymore. He gets the Beaky out, and then what? No one's dealing with the Huskar. So ultimately, the fight blew back entirely in their face. That started out so well for them.
Yeah. I guess, again, highlighting this thing of Supernova and Chrono, it feels like they have to overlap. You can't just be using one and then the other. They've got to be used in conjunction. But also that situation where you Chrono, Jakiro, and Huskar, and you struggle to kill the Jakiro even.
It's also, it's also a matter of you... Oh, nice save. The Orchid on Weaver not gonna be enough here as the Marcy comes in with a pick-me-up. So I'm use that up top as well. But it's also a matter of using your big spells on a single target. You use Supernova for just an Ursa. Sure, Ursa is a great hero to kill, but then you don't have these big spells later to deal with Huskar. And I think right now, Huskar is the biggest threat. Ursa is a dangerous hero, yes, but you have a few tools against him. You can enchant him to take away his overpower stacks, and maybe deal with him. Oh, they're going to jump him instead.
They know Huskar's roshing, so they're going on this Ursa to try and elicit a reaction out of Kalmychata, which is going to be the Slardar and Huskar jumping your Enchantress and killing Kasane.
Yeah, because Huskar went Blink Dagger, so Huskar is very fast at joining his team. I love this choice. A lot of players would not go Blink 4th item, but it's so nice for him to be able to play along with the starter. Kalmychata, man, they're looking like the team to beat in this series, which is crazy.
Who are these guys?
I told you, they're high MMR. These guys are solid players. Run into them plenty in pubs and always look stellar there. First game, they looked pretty uncoordinated, but now they've really fixed everything. It's looking so nice.
That's always the funny thing, right? If you lose game 1 against the established team, and I mean, myself, I guess a lot of people included, thinking, okay, this series is over, 2-0.
Yeah, but that's where you have to have the tenacity that these players are proving that they have to understand that, okay, It's not that we're not as good as them, it's that we weren't, you know, playing to our strengths. And now they are. The Slardar has been the big enabler for them. He's gonna react to mid.
On the Huskar. He can hold his BKB here. Sweden Strong dies. Ethereal's perfectly fine. Just pops back a load of heal from the Berserker's blood. Anku's going to kill off Triple S, and now diving and looking for more. Faceless Void. He's got Time Walk in a second. Also has Chrono if he desperately needs to use it defensively.
Slardar is still on him.
Into action though, yes. Slardar's going to keep tabs on him. Munkushi spotted, scouted as Huskar starts to blink over and close the gap on him. The crush, and he bash. He'll have it on the next hit, and in comes the Orchid. There's no way to dispel it off, so Munkushi's dead.
Cute attempt by Munkushi. He takes the Wild Wing Ripper and throws himself south, but it's not going to be enough. Can't get away from them there. Honestly, I think OneWin are just collapsing before our eyes. I don't know why they would decide to go on the Huskar with Aegis, pushing the tier 2 tower, and then they just bleed kills one by one, because I mean, that was not the fight. And Void had no business joining in that. Nobody had any business joining in that.
Oh, so desperation from OneWin.
Yeah.
And look at how calmly they just go back to farming.
Exactly. They understand that they've done some tremendous damage taking away the tier 2, and now they're looking for kills again. This Enchantress is somewhere on the map, and Weaver's gonna spot him. Even if he doesn't kill him, this is just a ton of experience. And he might just go for the kill. He has his ulti, and the Spirit Vessel is countering the heal entirely.
Oh, it's been a stellar performance out of Rare Gods. Incredible Weaver game. Fast Spirit Vessel, very fast Orchid. Getting solo kills like that, as he is being hunted a little bit here. They're trying to triangulate his position with Sweden Strong. Triple S drawing some lines, but
he's going on them.
Who's found who?
He's killing him! What?
Kill the Marcy. Will pay finally. But what an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, he died there, but that was just unfortunate, really, as well, as Void got a bash on him. Oh, if it wasn't for the bash, he might have lived there.
The scan into Huskar Blink. Super eager to get involved, find more kills. And once again, OneWin just scatter to the wind. Bail, run, hide. Currently, Void walks past Radiant Vision, so they know that he's gone left side, top jungle.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That's what Ursa is kind of running towards now. Abyssal Blade ready. If he can have another hero connect with him. Slardar's come through the gate as well. Yeah, this is a dead Faceless Void, it looks like. Oh, Munkushi doesn't stay for the catapult. Sends his Elm creep to go and die instead of sacrifice.
Die in my place. Meanwhile, bottom tier 2 tower, Huskar is just gonna push it with the Aegis for 1.5 minutes. I don't think his team should look for a big fight up top without him, though. It could be risky. Or
they don't know it. But there's some good vision up here for the Dire as well, which is nice to see. OneWin could kind of converge top, protect the Faceless Void, play into an objective. Top tier one's there. And also
Ethereal
that high ground Ancients area Orbs Ward.
Yeah, I think Ethereal is shouting at his team. He's like, guys, I'm Huskar, I'm going with this Aegis. You guys will play around me. And they're listening. He wants to go high ground, and the team is here.
Open the doors, make entry into the enemy base. Place down our banner. Keep these creeps protected as we just go straight for tier 3.
He's falling, you can glyph it, but that doesn't do anything.
There are no heroes here. Waka, there's no one coming back to defend, while Phoenix is yet again being a royal thorn in the side of OneWin. With Slardar there, the Phoenix just disappears. The Void couldn't come in with a Chrono fast enough. Now BKB Slardar's dealing some real issues to them. Rare God's going to try and bail away. Ethereal, Aegis for 15 seconds, still holding his ground, forcing Munkushi back into base. That's OneWin. They spend a little bit. They didn't have to spend Chrono or Supernova, but they lost their Phoenix and their Marcy, and they're going to start losing their base.
They lost their BKBs as well. No BKB on Storm or on Faceless Void now. Weaver may be dead, but the rest of the team ready to fight.
It feels like they've maybe got one fight in them.
One fight? One win?
One win? Yeah, I mean, maybe.
under
They've
attack.
got a
It has
chance.
to be with a Phoenix ulti though. It has to be a
It
Phoenix
does.
ulti.
It's like 4-man chrono, Phoenix ulti,
Dire's
pull the
top
trigger.
tower has fallen.
Power falls, and this is some great discipline. They take the tier 3 and immediately back out saying, you know what, 5 enemy heroes, we don't have a Weaver, we don't have Aegis. We shouldn't be pushing anymore. They back out. This is really clean stuff coming out from all of Radiant, playing some very solid Dota. I'm mostly impressed by the Weaver though. I mean, he's doing some insane stuff. Like, how is this Weaver level 18?
Are scanning.
He's level 18, Garrett.
There's the counter. Dude, there's double Helmet Dominator on Dire.
Yeah.
We with the XP shit just counters
He's
it.
so smart, man. His brain is so big. And now he has his Orchid, his Lotus as well, to try and counter out some of the time dilation attack speed reductions. Not to mention the armor. I mean, he's got 27 armor. This Weaver is pretty hard to kill.
So what's one win's answer? Faceless Void Butterfly is miles away.
Yeah.
Hello.
Runs into the Weaver.
Chrono it. Chrono. Oh, God. If Mankushi dies now, I'm going to be so upset. Abyssal Blade, save with the pick-me-up. Maybe a turnaround on the Ursa now. Oh, Slardar, he's in there. Big crush. Kills off
no.
Mankushi. Dead with no buyback. And now Supernova going to get focused down and finished off as one win are crumbling. Annihilated with a double kill out of Woe's Ursa. And honestly, I said they've got one fight left in them. That might have been it. Wasn't much of a fight, but I don't know what else they can do.
I googled just now that how long does Supernova last, and generally it says a few weeks to several months, but that one was 1 or 2 seconds at most. Yeah, this Huskar just absolutely shreds through it along with the Ursa. Teamfight is just so crisp. Anko coming in with a beautiful stun onto the Faceless Void. That fight could have been really bad, by the way. If he didn't find Void, Chrono drops on the Huskar, no Aegis on Huskar, the fight looks entirely different. But because of the Void coming in, or the Slaughter coming in with stun on the Void.
Flechita y a dormir.
Oh no, it's the DS lag again. The Nintendo
Darkseer
DS.
again.
No, it's Nintendo.
I mean, he was notorious, Darkseer, for the long games, right?
Oh, that's
Causing all
true.
the little sprites and animations to pop up. So maybe he's made a reappearance.
He was the original Source 1 Dota lag creator in late game, yeah.
The fire on the floor.
Or random buildings falling from the sky and stuff. I honestly kind of miss it. It felt like the game was literally breaking in front of your eyes when you were playing.
Okay, one more fight. One more win.
They have Chrono.
Faceless
They
Void.
don't have Egg. But they're
Alive
not
in
gonna
a
give
couple
it.
of seconds.
This is also, you know, this may not be exciting to a lot of viewers, the fact that they're backing out, but me, a caster, a Dota enjoyer at high level, I get excited because it shows me discipline. You know, they're not just here trying to fight and maybe randomly stumbling into a win. They recognize that the only way they lose right now is taking a bad fight. So they coordinate themselves, back out a bit.
So it's premeditated. It's first degree retreating.
It's all for sure. And they premeditated this murder.
The pick me up! The save! In comes the Huskar, though, taunting up the Storm and finishing him off. No!
He's fine.
BKB and zip back to Fountain. Is Storm alive?
He's fine.
He is for now.
Any other hero probably would have died there. Pretty scary to get taunted by the Huskar Ags. Gets himself to safety. Still such a tough spot for Dire. They do have all their spells, and lanes are somewhat okay, so they're gonna go for a smoke, trying to get out and find a good connection into a fight. But Weaver, ready to be the frontliner at all times. He wants to break the smoke. Best thing that could happen to him is running into 5 enemy heroes.
Tormentor taken down as well. As Roshan.
They're pinging
Yeah,
that
sure,
Ursa is gonna walk from the gate. They're correct about that. They're not connecting with him though. A Dominator plus a Mjolnir is gonna push out the lane, steals one of the creeps, puts lightning buff on him.
It's a large creep. What creep cosmetics have you got? Because I've got the little chickens.
I cannot play with any creep cosmetic, honestly.
Oh?
I'm too simple-minded for that. I get confused, man. The creeps, they look too weird. I can't play.
Are scanning.
That's fair. I guess as a POS 5, I never really... creeps are a cosmetic thing for me. I never get to look or touch them. Weaver, hello. Nice, that ice path pretty good though, hey? Squadix doesn't get the finishing touch.
Alive.
Weaver is still alive. Some way, somehow, Rare Gods finally finished off by the Storm. Now Chrono in onto the Ursa as well.
But he's Agnus. He uses ulti.
Ursa got his ulti off, so he's pretty freaking tanky, and they're going to jump back in onto Mankushi to take down the Phaser's Void. Slardar picks up the pieces, saves the day. Huskar is making an opening here onto Kasane as well, so Enchantress is going to be the third kill in a row after a buyback out of Weaver. As Roshan is about to spawn, but they miss out on the spawn, looking towards the barracks up top, I think.
That's where Faces Void wishes that his Chrono had silence on it, but it does not. The offensive tip onto Munkushi and onto Sweden Strong. I mean, again, the Weaver handed them that fight on a silver platter. He was the one winning the fight by just showing everybody's location.
Phoenix.
Husker?
That's risky.
He's in.
Dives into death. They'll buy back on two. Kasane and Mankushi both returning to the battlefield, but getting jumped on as Sweden Strong blows up, buys back himself. Whoa, half HP and rages and runs. Still no Chrono for well over a minute. No Phoenix for 40 seconds, so no Supernova either. And with all the buildings falling, Mega Creeps on the menu, Storm Spirit trying to do what he can, zipping, zapping, vortexing up, but Ursa in with a Battle Fury Cleave. Looks pretty good there for a moment. Doesn't have the backup just yet. Marcy's going to jump in, but in comes the Jakiro. Big old macro pile laid down to allow Ethereal to get another kill. Dive back on Sweden Strong, and GG call.
GG, well played by Radiant. What's their name? I messed it up again.
Kalmychata.
Yeah. Kalmychata. They're doing it. There it is. Kalmychata. Amazing play.